Today's a very special day at the business school. We're going to have Ivey's Advisory Board tour the new building for the first time. I have Mike McLean, who's the university architect. I have George Gupta with me from Physical Plant, and I have Siamak Hariri here from HPA.
But one of the first questions I had was how many square feet is this compared to our existing building? And the existing building is about 150,000 square feet, and this is about 270,000 square feet. So I think you're going to be impressed with the size of this, and I know you're going to be impressed with the design.
Essentially, the classrooms are really the kind of the DNA of the entire school, because the orchestration and very, very careful calibration of the classrooms set the module for the rest of the building. And so we started out really with John and his team to get what in their mind was the absolutely perfect configuration for a classroom. And so if this doesn't work, my head will roll. That's what I've been told.
When the task force went around to the various schools, and Niraj was the marketing professor. Is he here? Are you here tonight?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not here.
But he was with us, and every classroom we went to had a different rise and run, width, height, ceiling height, like they were all different. And we went to 5 different schools, and finally we found one where he walked into the room and he just turned on like a light, because it was just the right elements of dimension of all the width and everything else. And it taught us to have, you know, how much care and attention had to be spent on this room specifically. And the CMAC so capably said, you know, all the building was built around this exact dimension, and the mock-ups were done with the faculty so that everybody was involved. And so, you know, we're hopeful that when it's finished, people will in fact be delighted, and there won't be anybody saying it's a little too this or a little too that.
You could see the width of this stair, and that was also really very deliberate. It was this idea that when you walk in, you feel that you belong to a really important school, right? Or that you want to belong to a great school. And so these things were carefully thought through together. You know, the key was to keep the entire scheme to 3 stories. We didn't want to make it 4 stories, because 3 really was intimate still as a school, right? The minute you go up to 4, you're using the elevator too much, you're not using the stairs. The whole idea of building community and bumping into one another. And then of course, when you're here, you still feel that you're connected to someone that may be at the bottom of the hall, and that was very important, both visually, but also, you know, you could just wave to someone. So all of that was part of the whole idea that this would be the kind of heart of the school, building the kind of networking and the kind of lifelong relationships that make a great business school.